Hi everyone, welcome if this is your first time here. Welcome back if this is a return trip for you. My name is April, this is Plan with April, and I was going through all of my stuff this week, thinking about what I wanted to film, what I wanted to set up, what I wanted to try, and I came across my Hobonichi cousin, and she has just been neglected, absolutely utterly neglected since I think the last time we sat down and planned, which has been this one. So I wanted to go in and do the 14th, July 14th through 20th, which is the week that is coming up, and do some different layouts. I want to try something different. I'm really curious to see if there's any way I can get back into this planner. You guys know I love the Hobonichi. I love the paper. I miss writing in the paper. And I'm just feeling that need to be a little bit more creative. So I'm going to pop in here. I've got 4 rolls of washi tape that I thought were pretty cute, 2 skinny, 2 regular, and then mild liners that go with it, I think. This is more of a mustard, but I think it'll be fine. First thing I want to do is lay down some washi tape. So I'm going to take this Bumblebee. I thought it was a good one for this week. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to go down to the 2100, which is 9 o'clock. I am obviously putting this down here because I am usually in bed by that time and normally wouldn't be planning anything after said 2100 hours. So this just creates a visual stopping point for my day. Now, does this mean I'm going to go hourly and mark this off like that? No. In fact, probably just making myself run through the things that I know I need to do in a day. And that way I've got it all written down, and then break it down to what I really need to get done in the hour or in the daily section in the back of the book. Today it is overcast and gray, and I'll be really honest with you, I am feeling it. I am feeling it. It is Friday the 11th. Wes is over at his friend's shop. They're working on some motorcycles today. I took the day off because I'm babysitting a puppy and I just wanted to be home, spend time with him. He's a good boy. Anyway, so yeah, I thought I really want to be creative. What I'm trying to figure out is a catch-all for everything that I have going on in life, including my planner channels and all of that. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but on the Frugal Planner channel, it's over 4,000 subscribers, and the video that I posted 2 days ago is up to 3.3 thousand views, which is, for me, hugely viral. And I'm feeling the imposter syndrome. Truthfully, I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but I'm totally feeling like an imposter. I don't know. I'm not a real planner person. I do videos you watch, of course, but I'm not someone, I don't know. It's hard to explain that whole feeling of imposter syndrome, but that's exactly how I feel. I feel like I'm faking, and somebody's going to find out one of these days and be like, well, she's not really a planner. I mean, I am. I don't know how to explain it, but I am. Today I got up and I was like, wow, I was checking my stats and I'm like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe that. I don't know if I want this down there. I don't think I do. I think I like that just the way it is, but what I do want to do, I thought about doing washi tape up here, but the more I'm looking at it, I don't know that I necessarily do. I think this is the perfect amount of color. And then I am just going to go and grab my sunshine stickers. Oops, sorry. These are really old. They're probably 10 plus years old. They came from Chrissy Ann Designs, and I'm trying to use them up this year because they're a vinyl sticker. I don't want them to lose their stickiness. They're thicker. They're thicker than a Snickers. Where did that saying originate from? Or did I just make it up? No, I think it's real. See, that one's going to be tricky to get off of there. Even with my nails, it's like shredding. It's going to be a beautiful weather week. The weather in the Pacific Northwest will be nice. Sunshine all days. So having a little bit of cloud today is not that big of a deal. I don't know, I think I was just in my feels this morning. Like I was looking at things and reading comments and just like, oh my gosh, like holy cow. People are really watching these. They're really interacting. I'm starting to get more input on some of the videos, which I thoroughly appreciate. I think when you first start YouTube, it's, you know, it's a novelty thing. And then for me, especially once I started like getting videos out there and people started watching and commenting, it was like, oh my gosh, okay, well, this is real now. Like, holy cow, people are really watching. I don't know how I feel about this. And now it's even more so because there's even more people watching. So, people watching. I am going to grab these because I do want to use them. And I think if I mix colors up, I should be good. Should be good. Let's go with film first. I like this lighter green, so let's go in with that. I need two, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. So I'm wondering, do I go down here and do I do film here? Because this would be a good use of my sidebar. And then upload and edit. Let's try this. Again, Chrissy Ann Design stickers. I believe, if I'm not incorrect, these are the ones that were in Cindy's lettering. Upload, edit. Do I want them like that? Film, upload, and edit. I don't know that I do. I almost want to do it. See, this is what I mean about trying a new layout. Do I want to do edit here? So then I'm just coming, so I use this bottom portion. I don't know why I said it like that, sorry. Let me pull this back up. The other thing I really like about these stickers, and always have liked about these stickers, is they peel back up pretty easy. They don't tear the paper if you make a mistake and lay them down in a different spot. Okay. So why don't I try this? I will do film, edit, upload. No, that's still not going to work. What if I did this? This is a lot of thought, you guys. I'm so sorry. And I'm kind of not sorry because I know you guys also love going through the process with me. do I really need an edit? I don't think I do, because obviously I'm going to be editing each thing. So let me do this. Let me scooch this over. We will do film there. We will do edit there. And then down here for my upload, I'm just going to scooch this up. Or do I want to do it at the very bottom? No, let's do, there's that one, and then I need the other one. So both channels will have a filming schedule and an upload schedule. So that should work. We'll do the Frugal Planner channel and Plan with April. That took a really long time to get that laid out, and I apologize. Whew. Okay, I'm gonna take my Muji, and this is the 0.05, and I am going to quickly, oh, you know what? I need to adjust my camera. Hold on, as it squeaks. I need to be able to film a larger work area, because I catch myself all the time out of screen, and I know that is annoying for you. You want to see what it is that I'm doing. You don't want to just see my arm. So now let's go in here. Hey, Whiskey, let me get a drink. So for filming this week, I'm going to need to do the composition notebook, and it is going to have the habit trackers. And then the teacher layout. Is this in the spiral? Oh no, this is in the Happy Planner all-in-one. It's going to be the filming schedule. And then we've got spiral, whoops. And that one's going to be the health and home. And then we've got the dashboard. And that one's going to be the journal and a running list. And then we have midweek meal planning. And this one's going to be in the spiral notebook. And then I'm also doing one in a composition notebook for food inventory. How I keep track of what I have on hand, so that I know when I'm meal planning, you know, what needs to get used out of the freezer, what I have in the pantry, all of that wonderful stuff. And then I've got the composition notebook, update my garden planner. And then I think I'm gonna try something in the Hobonichi weeks. I really like how Helen of the Coffee Monsters Co. has her health in that book. It's portable, it's useful, it's a small area, so I don't feel like I have to fill it full with a bunch of stuff. I'm gonna see if it'll work. I have all of these planners. I love them all. I want to use them all, but I want to have, I'm really lingering on that whole idea of having everything in one book, but then breaking it out, branching it out, like having all of my schedule in one place that I can look at it, but then having complementary books or journals or notebooks or planners that complement like the health and wellness, exercising, tracking my steps, places that I can go and keep track of my meals, my calories, all of that wonderful stuff. And then maybe even have like a journal that I keep track. I don't know. The more that I do, the more I realize I need to condense it down and keep it simple. But then I get sidetracked because I want to have more than one planner. I just don't know if I can handle more than one planner. Obviously, I'm trying, but it goes back to that imposter syndrome. Like, as a planner that's been on YouTube for 5 years, I feel like I should have it like narrowed down, right? Like, I should know what kind of planning system works for me, but I'll be really honest with you. It just depends on the week. Like if it's a busy week, if it's a not busy week, if it's, you know, we have a lot of things going on, or if it's just a kick back, relax vacation week. Every single week is a little bit different. So trying to coordinate it into the same layout, I'm finding that to be difficult and frustrating. And that whole idea of like organizing it the same each week, I love that idea, but I don't think I have the life to do that right now. I can't time block every day. I can't at work. Like my work schedule, I can totally time block, but at home, I find that I can't. So I want to do health in the weeks. And then I've got 2 live events, one on the 19th, one on the 20th, and I'm going to be using what am I doing? Oh, I think I'm going to do either the composition notebook or the spiral notebook for the live plan with me with the Frugal Planner channel, the other channel. And then for this channel, I'm really thinking about digging out my teacher planner. The one that's 8.5 by 11. It's a giant teacher planner. I love the layout. It's beautiful to decorate. I think my live events for this channel are going to be very decorative because I miss having that decorating time with you. I like planning on the videos and stuff, but I feel like when we get together on Sunday, it's more like let's plan and have a bunch of fun and get out all of our stuff, right? So while I have this down here, do I want to go down here and start listing off what I'm uploading for each channel? And do I want to separate this somehow with a line? Or I could. Let me just grab. Oh, I have to show you guys this. I'm such a Yeti. So this is my Filofax. It goes in a 6-ring, right? And I thought, oh, I need a ruler to go in my Happy Planner. So I punched the ruler side. Guess what? It'll go in my Happy Planner, but now it is just a dashboard and it just keeps my place because I cannot use it as a ruler unless I'm just doing, it's just an itty bitty line. I laughed so hard. I was like, you are seriously kidding, April. I am cracking myself up. So let me grab my clear ruler. And I'm just going to come in here and go to the number 2. Perfect. So that will separate the 2 of them completely and left me a little bit more room here at the bottom. So I think what I might do is grab that ruler. Actually, let's do this. I am going to do highlights on this 4. 4 meaning the time slot. It's 4 a.m. Which, as you know, there are days I am up early paterly filming. It does make it nice when I'm home on a day off that I can do some of the filming, and then I don't feel the pressure on the weekend to get everything out and about. So let's go in here. I want to put, so for dinner, this is going to be date night. And remember, when I am putting dinners on dates, I may or may not come home from work and be like, yes, that is what we're or that's what we're having tonight. Or I could say, this day looks better. It's kind of a crapshoot. Rarely do we eat exactly how I write it down. So I'm going to put down veggie stir fry, and I'm going to try to use some of the vegetables from our garden. Orange chicken and rice. It's an Asian theme. I've started to do these theme weeks because it saves me money at the grocery store. Because if I'm buying like Asian ingredients, they can all go together. I'm reusable with the different meals. If I'm doing Mexican theme, all those ingredients to go together, and they, go hand in hand. So it's nice to kind of have a theme. Last week was Greek, pita pockets. So anything that would go into a pita pocket. I was like, no, it wasn't. Yes, it was. Sesame chicken. Rice. Basil chicken and broccoli. One of my favorites. Oh, and then shrimp spring rolls. It's the one where you use the rice paper and you soak it till it becomes transparent. And I'll put a ton of like lettuce and basil leaves and shrimp, and then rice noodles that are cold, and then roll it up and dip it in a peanut sauce. Oh my gosh, they are amazing. Almost lost lettering chicken, but I didn't. That makes me happy. I am going to get my phone off screen, pulled up to the weather. Let's get this written in there. It's going to be warm. 60 and 82 on Monday. That is going to be warm. 63 and 85. We don't have central air in our house, so when the temperatures are 80s and 90s and our lows are in the 60s, it is really hard for us to keep our house cool. And it's really hard for both of us to sleep in a hot house. Sounds like it's a greenhouse. We've got the hot house going on right now. We're the hot house of the neighborhood. So next week you might hear it in my voice towards the latter part of the week that I am exhausted because it is warm. Wes did fill up the pool, so I am excited about that. The pool. Let me tell you about the pool. It's actually our granddaughter's pool. It will fit 2 floaties in it. I think it's like 3 feet deep if you fill it up to the top, but you're not supposed to fill it up to the top. It's one that you inflate, and it's kind of an oblong shape. I keep telling Wes that we need to save up and get like an Olympic sized pool, and he's like, absolutely not. But as warm as it is here, I think we would use it all the time. Although, if you've been here for a while, you also know that we have 9 months of rain. So I get why he doesn't want to, you know, have a permanent pool set up in the yard. I get it. Here's a 54 low. That'll be a good day. That'll be a good day. 67 is the low? Oh no, 57. I'm like, are you kidding me? No, my new glasses were just playing a trick on me. Either that or my dirty phone screen. That could be as well. 59 and 84. I think the garden is going to really do some amazing things next week. I really feel like I'm going to get some good action in the garden. Which is one of the things that I'm filming. I'm updating the garden planner. Remember the composition notebook that I've left outside? So it is so crunchy. Oh my gosh. And dirty. Crunchy and dirty. But I want to be able to go through here. Oh, look at the water damage. Oh my goodness. I want to be able to go through here and figure out for sure, because I started some of this stuff too late. Next year, I think I'm going to start my tomatoes in January inside, because starting them in March wasn't soon enough. They were only like that big when we put them in the ground. They're thriving. They're fine. But you know how grocery store ones or farmhouse ones or greenhouse ones, not farmhouse, greenhouse ones, you know, they're a foot and a half tall. So they've got like a really good head start. So that is my idea for next year. Just keep taking notes, keep improving the garden, keep rotating crops. I'm also going to be planting some crimson clover. Crimson and clover, over and over. Because it's supposed to be good for the soil. I know, I just break out in song. Break out in song. So, if we use this column here, or this row here, let's call this the Frugal Planner channel, and we'll call this the Plan with April. So for the Frugal Planner channel, next week, this is what the upload schedule looks like. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? So composition notebook. Composition. It's not like I haven't spelled that word 100 times. Habit tracker. And then this one is going to be the teacher layout. It's going to be my filming schedule. Tuesday. It's going to be Spiral Notebook on the other channel. And it's going to be Health and Home. And let me just explain what I'm doing with the two channels a little bit. This channel that we're on right now, that you're here, we're here, is very decorative. I use pre-printed planners most of the time. Sometimes I'll throw in something that I've created myself, but for the most part, I am trying to control all the chaos of life, or lack of chaos sometimes, in a pre-printed, pre-designed planner. Over on the Frugal Planner channel, it is a completely different world of taking ideas from pre-printed planners, taking layout inspiration, recreating layouts, showing how you can set up a full planning system, either in a spiral notebook or a composition notebook. It is a lot of fun. It is challenging, but it's very rewarding. So if you are like me and you're going through this period in your life where pre-printed planners are really difficult for you to fit within the lines, go visit the Frugal Planner channel. take a look at the layouts over there, see if they inspire you and help you decide, you know, are you someone who right now needs to just create layouts so that you can put things in there? Or do you need to design something for a while just to fit your lifestyle the way that is now, your work schedule, all that? Because it's been helpful for me to have both. Of course, the decorative part of it, I absolutely love. There's not a lot of washi tape and stuff over on the Frugal Planner channel. In fact, most of the videos that I do, all of the supplies are less than $10. So it is really, truly frugal planning. So on Tuesday, this channel will have the dashboard, and that's going to be the journal and running list. Wednesday is going to be midweek meal plan. For both channels. Now on this one, I'm doing a little bit different. That is where I'm going to be showing you how I do my inventory. And I know you're like, April, I already know what you're making, so I won't have to watch that video. You'll still want to watch it because I do things to make life a little bit easier for your grocery list and keeping track of how much money you're spending if you're keeping an eye on your grocery budget and grocery waste, which is a big one for me. So this one is going to be the composition. On Thursday, and it's going to be the garden notebook. And then for Plan with April, it is going to be this book. Oh, yeah. So this won't actually go up until Thursday. Okay. And then Thursday, no, that was Thursday. I'm like, Friday. Oh my goodness. Will be the spiral notebook. And it's going to be the vertical that I have designed. And then what was, I think that one I haven't got figured out yet. I don't think I have that one figured out yet. Is that right? I think so. Okay. I'm not going to overthink it for the plan with me. This is going to be, I don't know, but this one is going to be the Erin Condren teacher planner. So this one is going to be live. I just don't know which book I'm going to do live. I'm guessing the composition notebook. I really feel like that's what I'm going to do. Let's put that in there. So this is going to be the composition, and it's going to be, oh, which one do I want to do? I could do the vertical, or I could do, hold on. Do I want to do the vertical, or do I want to do something different? Why do I, all right, I'm just going to keep it as composition right now. I can figure out what layout I want to put in it anytime. And I think here I want to do the Hobonichi Weeks, because remember I said I want to try that. Okay. So that takes care of a small portion of my book, very small portion, the bottom portion. And for the first time in a very long time, I filled in the dashboard and I don't have to go, or the menu, and I don't have to go back and do anything with it. A lot of times I will put something like, I don't know. This one was good because I didn't put anything in it either. So that was nice. So now I want to go back up here, and I think, this is where I want everything to kind of look the same. So I've got these down here below. I'm not filming any day this week, I don't think. I could do dailies and film those, but that feels like a lot of self-pressure. And it's going to be hot next week, so I'm not going to be sleeping very well anyway, so let's not overpromise and underdeliver. Let's just keep it as no filming during the week. I'll have my 2 lives on the weekend, and that is perfect. So let's start by putting in some highlighters. This is Summer Green. It's a mild liner. I'm going to go in here at 7 a.m. right here and here. And that is going to mark, hi Mark, live plan with me. So live stream. That is going to go for an hour-ish. So I am just going to put some dots down there, add a little visual texture, and also make it so that I don't put anything else in that time slot. It also reminds me of a bee, like the little bee spots. So I've got that. Now I do want to put in my work schedule. The kicker with that is I am not going to actually be using that section to track work. So I'm wondering, do I have in my little collection here anything with bees? Buzz, 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 buzz. Let me check all of my stickers. Because at one point, I know I did have bees, but I might have given them all to my favorite granddaughter. I think I did. That's okay. That is just fine. It would have been fun to put a bunch of bee stickers in there. Be happy. But instead, let's change the idea. Instead, let's go in here. I'm going to take my, what color is this? Gold. Same thing, mild liner. I'm going to go in here at 8:30. And then I am going to come down on Tuesday to 12:30, because that's what time I am off on Tuesday. I actually have an appointment at 12:30, and I took the rest of the day off after that. So then 4:30 is my normally scheduled time. I will be honest with you, I have been negotiating forever to do 410s instead of 5/8. Could you imagine how many more videos I could get done if I had an extra day off a week to just focus on videos? I would love that. That would make me extremely happy. It would also give you guys lots of things to watch. So I will say how I don't have a video for Plan with April on Saturday, and I don't have a video for the Frugal Planner channel on Sunday. The reason being, I'm doing live events, so the weekends are already committed to those, and then I'm doing my filming schedule. So I've got that over here, which usually fits within these 2 days here, as well as meal planning. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. I'm going to grab this sticker. I'm going to put that in right there. And then, do I want to put that in as an appointment? This is where I want everything to be in the planner, but I don't know how I'm organizing it yet. I want it to be so that when I open this up, I see the weather. I know exactly where the weather is going to be. I see exactly my work schedule in the yellow. I know what that's going to be. I see bills that I need to pay. They're exactly where they need to be. So I want it to look consistent throughout the week. I want it to be just that quick. I know this is work, you know, all of that there. So why don't I put in here, just going to do a dot, and then you know how I am. I have to double outline it. All right, so I know I have that. Let's grab out of this amazing stack the bills, or the money. Show me the money. So we're doing the yellow and the teal. Let's go ahead and put in my payday. Let's do bills at the top. So I've got payday on Thursday. I'm going to write this in. And I am also going to asterisk this with check pay stub, because I want to make sure that my raise is on there. So I want to double check that. Now I'm going to stick with all the turquoise. What turquoise do I want? I think I want this one. The super bright one. What bills do I have coming up, you ask? I have Spreaker on Tuesday, and that is the platform for Wes's We Adventure podcast. Spreaker, and then I've got, is that it? Really? That's all I've got this week? Okay. All right. Well, that was easy enough. Somebody give this girl an easy button. That was super easy. Okay. And then let's go in with fuel. It happens I'm just going to do the black one. The last one that is black. Happens every Friday after work, or it should happen every Friday after work. Stop and get fuel. That's in my car. Wes fills up his car whenever he needs it. I do mine once a week. I should do mine once a week. I put it in here like I do it once a week, but I sometimes skip a Friday, and then Monday April really does not like Friday April. And I know better than to do that to myself, but here I am. Here I am once again. Okay, so I want to make sure I have this cheat sheet that I've like kind of jotted notes down of what I want to do and things that I know I need to do. So let me put in here, I do know I've got some checklists, and I'm thinking where would be the best place to put those? Because again, if I have a work meeting, I want to leave that open. If I stop somewhere after work, I want to keep that open. See how this is like very specific to something? Maybe between 7 and 8. Those are the boxes that I use for like things that I know I need to get done, like priority things. So let's do that. We'll do one box here. Thanks for being patient as I talk my way through this. I know in the past when I've done this, you really do enjoy the process of me thinking out loud and trying to put things down on paper so that it makes sense for my brain. It seems very scattered during the whole process though. So thanks for hanging with me, kind of going with the flow and watching how the paper comes to life with pen and stickers and washi tape. So I want to make sure that I get certain things done in the morning. I'm trying to set myself up that by January I'm walking 30,000 steps a day because my goal is to go to Disneyland. I haven't been to Disneyland in 16 years. It'll be my 50th birthday. Yes, you heard that right. 50th birthday in January. And I really just want to go ride all the rides and experience Disneyland again. I went on my 32nd birthday for the very first time in my whole entire life. So it's time to go back and just check it out. Oh, and the other thing I never did when we went to Disney was buy ears. So this time when we go, I will buy ears and I will show you. Maybe I'll do like a video blog while we're there. I don't know, but that is my goal. So 5,000 steps a day. I've already told you the house is hot in the evening, so I don't want to walk on the treadmill in the evening. I want to do it in the morning. So I am going to start with 20 minutes on the treadmill. And I know that doesn't seem like very long, but for me, I am really good at over-promising and under-delivering to myself. Not normally to other people, but to myself, I will self-sabotage. I am a self-sabotager. So for the first week, and this is the first week that I'm doing it. Oh, I have to tell you guys too. It's actually not a treadmill, it's a walking pad, but treadmill's easier to write if I can spell it multiple times in a row. It's a walking pad, and I thought it had a bar that you could hold on to and walk. It does not. Your girl is not coordinated, like zero coordination. I was in choir and drama in high school. So my beloved husband went and found a walker in his arsenal of accidents that he's had in the past and has had to have a walker, brought it up. It works amazing. I can set up the walker, still get my credit for my steps, and I don't fall off of it. Because yes, I fell off of it because I don't pay attention. I'm not coordinated. And if I'm watching TV or I'm reading a book and I just forget, I swear I would forget to breathe if my brain wasn't in charge of that. So thankfully it is. Yeah, so he's a doll. I can now do the treadmill and not fall off of it. And then next week I will bump it up to 25 minutes. And then at work, I will stand up for 20 minutes, sit for 40, stand for 20, sit for 40. Because right now I sit for all of it, unless I have to get up, to help someone or grab something from the coffee machine, that too. So I'm trying to do all of these smaller changes that I can implement over time. I've got roughly 6 months to get up to 30,000 steps. My average steps a day is right around 3,500. I'm very sedentary. I don't do a lot of walking. I have a desk job. I do data entry and answer phones. So I'm going to have to make it a priority. So there it is right there. That is the priority. Now, after work, I don't do a whole lot after work. I know it sounds really silly, but other than making dinner, this is what I mean. Like, I want everything all in one. And then sometimes I think about my schedule and I'm like, April, you don't have that much going on, girl. Like, why do you need a whole Hobonichi cousin to line out your day? Like, the busiest part of my day is work. And most of the time what I do is confidential, so I don't write it in my planner. It's just in a separate area at work. It just stays on my desk. Usually it's a spiral notebook, if I'm being honest with you, so that I can just junk it up and take notes. And it's not pretty, it's not aesthetic. It is 1,000% just like shorthand everywhere. Tell me, if this was your planner, would you feel like it's empty? Or is that just me looking at this and thinking, because I'm on YouTube and I'm doing a planner channel, I have to have all the time already figured out? Is that what this is? Is it me feeling guilty that I have all this white space, that I should be busier for you? Because that's kind of what it feels like. So let's lay down. Do I want to do a yellow or a green? I kind of like that teal, but I really like that yellow too. Obviously the yellow's been one of my favorites. More Cindy handwriting. Has anybody heard how Cindy's doing? I know Kelly and I were talking about it in our live event. Was it a month ago, 2 months ago? And I haven't heard anything. I am going to do meal planning, I think, here. So whatever meals I film on Wednesday, Wes will go to the grocery store. Do you want me to write that in? I could do that. Because he'll do that while I'm at work. You know what I also need to do? Hold on. I might edit this out. No, I'll put it in later. So Wes has a schedule now that he helps out at his friend's motorcycle shop or repair shop. So I could put that in too. That way I know when Wes is available to like do things for me and when he is not available when he is doing that. So maybe down here I will put Wes. Do I need an icon? That's the other thing. Should I put an icon in there? I don't think I have a Planner Kate icon for like errands and stuff. Did I open this backwards? I did. Maybe. Excuse me. Oh, you know what though? I could use this up because this is one of Helen's. So let's do this. We have a river in Oregon called the Siletz River. And every time I say so let's, that's what I think of. So I have been doing the pickup orders since COVID. So quite some time. I like it. I stop after work. I pick up our food. I bring it home. Bada bing, bada boom. But I've noticed that the quality and like the bagged stuff, like bagged salads and stuff, are not good. Like they're not what I would choose for myself if I was going to the store. But the last thing I want to do after work is go to the store. I know. I'm really whiny today. Goodness gracious. April, show some gratitude. I am. I'm going to talk about Wes. So I was telling Wes the other day, I'm like, this is really frustrating because these avocados are XYZ. They're really ripe. I didn't realize they had ripened so quickly, and now they're unusable. So I have to throw them out. I do recycle them. I put them in the compost pile, but still, that is just, if I gave you $4 and some odd cents and just threw that outside, oh, there it goes. So he said, I'm happy to go grocery shopping for you once a week if that would help. And I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, that would help. So you'll notice when I start doing my meal planning, I'm making the meal portion, the market list portion, where I can just cut it or tear it out and hand it to him. And then he's going to go take care of the grocery shopping for the week. And I'm so excited for that. It is like a huge win that I know we're going to get good quality produce. He loves grocery shopping. Like, he absolutely loves grocery shopping. So that is going to be, probably, he's retired now, so it'll be a highlight of his day to go to the grocery store. Which I feel like he's busier now in retirement than he ever was when he was working full time. Between grandkids, the shop, errands for me, and riding his motorcycle and doing, things like that. He's always gone. Like, he's so busy. Like, today, he's gone all day long. He said he'll be back between 3 and 4. He left at 8. I'm like, okay, see ya. Actually, he left at 7:30. So this is what I have so far. I'm going to leave it at this because I feel like I'm just getting super duper chatty. And I'm talking about other videos that I'm going to be recording. So teaser alert. Let me know what you think down below. This one will go up on this channel on Thursday. So keep an eye out for it. I hope you have an amazing day. I love you. Thanks for being here and hanging out with me. I will talk to you soon. Bye.